I'm Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. And joining us now courtside, the man who won 3 consecutive NBA titles, the incomparable Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq, it is so great to be with you.
Kevin, it's great to be here. I just always wanted to tell you this. When I was playing, I just used to love when you used to say my name. So thank you for all the great times when you said my name.
That is
Appreciate you very much. This guy next to you, I used to hate playing against him. All he did was try to come down and double team on the trap.
With Greg?
Yeah, Greg, just always. But other than that, I love being here with you guys. You know what? Ernie and Kenny are so jealous of me right now.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
Now it's some numbers for LeBron James.
His assist numbers in the past 5 on in the wrong direction. He's been out of sync. Teammates sort of playing on an island instead of as part of a 5-man unit.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks very much. In this era of player empowerment, no aspect is more important than their determination to make sure their voices are heard. As continued cases of social injustice come to light, they refuse to simply shut up and dribble, if you get my meaning. Instead, they're using their platform to affect change. Kevin, it's a movement among some very determined players.
Much needed indeed, David. Thank you. Shaq, you stay very involved with the game, hang out with a lot of the players, talk with coaches, you go to many games. Name some personalities that you enjoy the most, guys you like hanging around with.
Well, I hang around with everybody, but the few guys shaped my mentality. The gentleman next to you, he doesn't know this, but I knew that when he was in college, he already had a T-shirt business, a real estate license. So I really learned the business from him. And it was D. Scott. D. Scott taught me to, just have fun and be silly. Alonzo taught me to be serious and be more focused. Hanging out with LeBron and Kobe. I'm just happy to have the ability to just be blessed to just meet so many people.
That's a varied list.
That is.
And a nice compliment to you.
It's an honor to be on that list.
Yes, I'm right. As the first name on the list.
You ain't know I knew about the real estate, did you? I bought a house and you overcharged me for the interest, but that's okay.
And the starting group for the Spurs. Johnson is out there with DeRozan. Then it's White. Then there's DeJounte Murray. And it's Pirtle in at the 5 spot. And for the Lakers, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Markieff Morris. And it's Schroeder in at the point. The San Antonio Spurs able to put the first points up on the board. Now DeRozan. 20 points for him last game against Oklahoma City. Here's Pirtle. Open and close and nails it. Shaq, you know the importance of great footwork, and I know that you have found some other guys that are standouts in that category right now in the league.
Well, Kyrie Irving, he has great ball handling. That definitely requires great feet work.
Yes.
DeMar DeRozan, James Harden with that Euro step and that step back. You got to have excellent feet work to pull those moves off.
And Pirtle sends it back.
Wonderful anticipation that time from Pirtle, positioning himself perfectly to send that one back.
And it's DeRozan missing.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Passes it to Caldwell Pope. He feeds it to Morris. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player, is Caldwell Pope. Love seeing that.
Pass to DeRozan. Back to White. Six to shoot. And the pass to Pirtle. Murray for 3. Straight D that time from Dennis Schroeder. Lakers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And Shaq, everyone knows you produced immediately when you came in the NBA, winning Rookie of the Year. So did you ever have a welcome to the NBA moment that you recall?
Actually, but it wasn't in the NBA. The year before, we played against the greatest college team ever assembled, the UNLV Rebels. Greg Anthony, Larry Johnson, Stacey Alderman.
What a team.
We weren't supposed to win that game, but we won that game. And you know it's all about confidence. Listen, everybody can play, but the guys that have the more confidence are the guys that are going to go out there and do it. We won that game.
I had forgotten how great names on that UNLV team.
So I would say to myself, look, if we can beat Larry Johnson, those guys, I can play with anybody in the NBA. So when I came in the NBA, I was just
confident?
Yeah, I was just really confident. But to answer your question, David Robinson and Patrick Ewing taught me that I wasn't really that good yet.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Went to work on me.
I tell you what, though, boy, it was hard to play at LSU. It's hard to win 5 against 8.
There you go. Back to you, Ernie.
And it's Schroeder missing. Last game for the Spurs. They want to turn it around after the loss to the Thunder.
Yeah, I mean, they had their chances, competed deep into that game, but had a few lulls there that just kind of took them down.
And, you know, those are the kind of games that sting and that bad taste lingers. Knowing you were in it, but not coming through down the stretch, those are hard to get over sometimes.
Caldwell Pope finds James. And the basket is good. They say landing in the right situation, Shaq, important for any player's career. What traits, as you go back and look and what you've seen now and when you played, what traits separate the great organizations in this game?
Well, one, you got to have experience. So I think you got to have some banners up there in the rafters, and I think you got to have a mean front office. You got to have a Jerry West, a Mitch Kupchak, a guy that understands the players in the games, and you have to have a commitment and a culture of respect and trust.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Why don't we go to the 2K leaderboard? Over the past month, these teams have been playing a very entertaining brand of basketball. In third, the Lakers.
Now, they've been playing an exciting brand of basketball during that time. I mean, taking every chance to get out in the open floor.
And it's Mills with the ball for San Antonio. Shaq, you stayed at LSU 3 years, played 3 years of college basketball, but went back and completed your degree, which was terrific. Then you pursued training and degrees in other fields. What draws you so much to continuing education?
You know, you always want to keep improving yourself. You know, I owed it to myself and my family to complete my degree. You know, I'm famous for saying I got 4 degrees. Would you like to know?
Yes.
Bachelor's, master's, doctorate, and street.
Which one? What's the most valuable of those?
The street.
Yes. San Antonio leading by 4. Walker with it. Picked up by Kuzma. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Kyle Kuzma picks one up.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
And to this point on the season, guys, 80% from the line. He's done a really good job.
Guys, I don't think there's any doubt that the work he's put in practicing free throw shooting has paid off. I mean, he's made nice strides in getting those shooting percentage numbers up.
And he knocks down the first one. You've always been a student of the game, Shaq, and when it comes to evaluating young talent and the future of the league, what boxes do you like to check when you're taking a look at these young players?
Well, thanks for trying to tell the world I'm smart. I'm not really that smart. It's just, Kevin, it's just not that hard to see. You know, the greats make themselves known very, very quickly who they are. Luka Doncic, does that name ring a bell?
Yes.
Ding, ding.
How many guys are known as Aristotle? I know 2. You and Aristotle.
That's it.
Here's Caruso, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That's his first foul. Pass to Caruso. Clock at 6, and a wide open look for James. Bangs home the trifecta. James has got his second bucket tonight.
Oh my, that's a beautiful shot. LeBron can and will beat you from anywhere.
We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter. Here's Walker. Kuzma pulls it in.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well.
Now here's LeBron. He has 5. He can't get it to go.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Passes it to Gay. Pass to Eubanks. Kuzma with the defensive effort.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Brute force on the interior. The level of defense is no match for the King.
Kuzma against Gay. Kuzma with the defensive effort. That one, no good. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. It's the Spurs. They lead by 1. We've got more in store for you right after this. Well, Greg, we know he's already a solid scorer, but Kyle Kuzma spoke to us before the game about evolving his game.
Biggest area of growth would definitely be on the defensive end and my playmaking ability. This year, I'm just trying to be a consistent defender, find my teammates because I have so much attention offensively. So I think those are 2 areas.
Now, having played with superstars, Kuzma is learning what it takes to win.
He's getting only so many shots per game. So I applaud him for finding other ways to contribute to his team with an eye toward the greater goal.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, what do you think they've been doing or not doing?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Boy, grinding it out on the glass. They've really been working for those points.
LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Then it's Montrezl Harrell, and it's Horton Tucker in at the 2 guard. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. The first one falls.
And something that all players have to deal with, Shaq, the wear and tear of the NBA season. Talk about the ways you coped with that physical toll.
Well, over time, you just have to learn what you can and can't get away with. Nutrition has to be a factor into that. Training has become a bigger part of the game for everyone. So,
what about nutrition? When did that become, for you, like an everyday thing that you always thought about?
When I got older.
Yeah.
Because when I was young, I could eat anything and move. But as soon as I got the taste of being old, it wasn't the same. I just knew I had to change.
Now here's LeBron. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Mills with it. He is defended by Harrell. Mills can't hit. Walker against Kuzma. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Boy, that's excellent work to get himself the and one chance. Kuzma's getting more and more savvy when it comes to getting to the line, drawing contact.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
That one misses for Kuzma. And Shaq, you know about getting buckets inside, but it also is great to see those guards who can also score when they get inside with bigger players. Who comes to mind of guys that would take it in against big guys like you?
Well, if you're talking power, you got to go with Russell Westbrook, John Morant, Zach LaVine. Now, if you're talking finesse, you're talking Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving, and my main man, Kemba Walker.
Yeah, I think that's a great list to have. Those are guys that they show you can do it a variety of ways, right? You can be physical, you can play above the rim, but you can also hit them with the smitty and play below the rim.
Guys, that's a more reliable shot for Murray than a pull-up jumper. I like to see him fire away in that situation.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Spurs continue to remain competitive. Now it's behind the leadership of their current big man, LaMarcus Aldridge. Coach Greg Popovich said, he's been our rock. Doesn't complain about a darn thing. Plays through everything. I can't imagine being more proud of a player. He's been a beast on the court. Kevin, back to you.
He has been a beast. You're right. Thanks. They have found the chemistry right there. David Aldridge, folks, our Hall of Fame reporter. And it's Schroeder missing.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
To the middle, Pirtle. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And now a three-point Spurs lead. Murray against Schroeder. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for San Antonio.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
That's good from Schroeder. Schroeder hits them both. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Murray, the pass to DeRozan. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Boy, DeRozan is a treat to watch. This guy is athletic, and he throws down some monster dunks. This dude is sick at the rim.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
An 89% free throw shooter puts him right there among the league's best from the line.
You know, even in games where he hasn't been at his best this season, I mean, he still managed to get it done at the charity stripe when he gets his opportunities.
A free throw dropped for DeRozan. And so he hits both.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Definitely, that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Now, here is Morris. 11 points for him in that last game against the Kings in Sacramento. Here's Kuzma. A rebound by the Spurs. Pirtle's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got his 3rd assist on the night. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
Here's a look at some stats for Pirtle. This past month, he's really set himself apart. 4th in blocks. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And yeah, he's been a brutal shot blocker all season long. As you said, top 5 in the league. He's a dangerous force to face inside.
A reliable stretch four. In this day and age, Kuzma is very valuable because of his three-point shooting.
There's the pass to DeRozan. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
And yes, it's good.
I think making this a more consistent part of his game, Murray, nice to see him knock it down from there.
Schroeder outside. Caldwell Pope outside. Gasol up top. 4 on the shot clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. And Kuzma slams it in.
Gasol is one of the best passers in the league. I mean, at his position, there aren't many better. Excellent at scanning the floor and finding the open man.
Now here's DeRozan. He has 6. White, wide open. He fires. Misses the 3. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Trailing by 2. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. And we want to thank the Big Aristotle for joining us here. Dropping knowledge as always. I'm telling you what, Shaq, you make our broadcast better.
I want to say I appreciate that, Kevin, especially coming from you anytime, any place. You know where I am, brother. Just call me if you need me.
Are you going to be performing any ballet, the Big Baryshnikov?
Nah.
Have we given that up?
Nah, my toes are not feeling too well.
Greg, how awesome is it to have Shaq with us, a guy who's been in the limelight for so long, and yet he seems to deal with it effortlessly.
Kev, a sign of true greatness, making difficult things look effortless. Shaq did it on the court for 19 years, 15 as an all-star, and now he's doing it as an analyst.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. We've got a moment now to see the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. These are the top shooters in the league. The 4th spot held by Montrezl Harrell.
And just so reliable offensively. It's one thing to find good looks, but you've got to finish when you get them, and he does at a fantastic rate.
Now here's Walker. 11 points for him in that last game against Oklahoma City.
Yeah, but he was the ultimate two-way player. Defensively, also doing a great job. Couple blocks in that game as well.
Well, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
LeBron passes to Horton Tucker. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Spurs have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Here's Walker. And that one hits back iron.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Another one of those special nights for LeBron. I mean, you know, if he sticks around till he's an older fella, that all-time scoring career mark, wow, might be in jeopardy.
And here's Mills for 3. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. The Lakers have gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. It's stolen by Lyles. Walker with a clean look, and it's off from three-point range. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Lakers lead by 2. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Greg Popovich. Pop, what do you think was the main issue during the first half?
We didn't make shots.
Thank you for that insightful analysis, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. And making the long walk back from the courtside broadcasting booth, the esteemed and somewhat winded Shaquille O'Neal.
Very funny, Ernie. I'm not tired. I took the elevator.
Yeah, it was a great elevator.
Watch your mouth, kid.
All right, that was key. Give this man some mouth-to-mouth.
Oh, not me.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at James, what a contribution.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. The Lakers in the lead. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for San Antonio, we've got DeRozan. DeJounte Murray is out there with White. Then it's Johnson, and it's Pirtle in at the 5 down low. You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, GA, he still knows when to turn it on.
And for someone at his age, that is something you have to know how to do. You can see when LeBron kicks it into that next gear. Can't keep it on all the time, but he's still able to take over when he needs to.
Here's Schroeder following the score by Jakob Pirtle. Gasol's in the post. DeRozan defending. James against Johnson. And James throws it down.
LeBron James knows the meaning of the word layup, but he's much more interested in throwing it down when he can.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure. And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Now here's James. 15 points in the game. And Morris throws it down.
Boy, you're playing with fire. Anytime you leave somebody open on James' team, I mean, LeBron, his court vision, outstanding.
Here's Pirtle. 8 points for him. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Outside DeRozan. Just 5 on the clock. Can't hit that one. LeBron with some nice D. Lakers leading by 4. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's
the
case?
I know
but,
it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams and players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Los Angeles. And both free throws good for LeBron.
Amongst the many things that I appreciate most about LeBron James, and there are a lot, his leadership. I mean, everybody else just kind of naturally falls into place behind him because he's such a good example and a positive leader.
Murray outside. Johnson outside. Kept alive. DeRozan. Great D that time from James. And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. Here's Schroeder. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got 3 assists tonight.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. You look at James. What a contribution.
And he has absolutely worn them out in the paint. They need to come up with a plan to limit his touches in the interior.
Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Marc Gasol.
Let's take a moment now, Kevin, to see how the Spurs are doing in the NBA statisticals currently.
And, you know, going back to their turnovers, fewest in our league, that shows you the intelligence they play with. You have to beat them. They are not going to do it for you.
Boy, Murray's court vision very sharp, and he's unselfish, too. You love seeing that combination.
Lakers leading by 6.
And you watch DeRozan play, he still has that explosiveness. Great first step out of the triple threat position. Can switch directions on the go. Is still a handful to slow on the perimeter.
Yeah, I tell you what, for him, this has been a game to forget. But somehow they still find themselves with the lead.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Now here's Schroeder, and you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. They shoot again, and Pirtle sends it back. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Pass to Johnson. Murray outside. Pass to DeRozan. There's the 3. And James pulls it down. James has got his 5th rebound in this one. Craig, with the explosiveness you talked about with DeRozan, it helps that he finishes so well when he gets to the rim.
And maybe not what he once was, but he is still an elite level athlete. Doesn't only have to drop the hammer when he gets to the rim either. Very smooth at adjusting mid-flight to finish at the rim.
That's good from Harrell. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's three guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from three, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those three guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the three guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Los Angeles?
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
It's been a hot shooting night for them, too. I mean, they've hit a lot of those mid-range jump shots.
There's 1:38 left here in the third quarter. LeBron outside. Pass to Horton Tucker. Here's Caruso. Out to the right wing. And Harrell wide open. He shoots. Off target with the open look.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. Two shots coming up.
Well, a look at Lonnie Walker, the 18th pick in that 2018 draft. He's being brought along slowly as the team loves his potential, but he has a lot to smooth out with his game.
He's off on the first. Ray, you talk about the upside with Lonnie Walker. This team loves his athleticism.
You know, not the typical Spurs-type player we've seen targeted in the past. An athletic maniac who can fly end to end. The polish to his game will come. It's just going to take some time.
Morris is checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And the second free throw, good. 1:10 left in the third. And here is LeBron. 17 points in the game. Walker with the rebound. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for San Antonio. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That'll be the second of this two-game road trip. The Lakers have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. 2 points, that one goes.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Walker the pass to Mills. 30 seconds left to play in the third. James against Gay. Shot clock at 6. And here's Mills from the arc. Rebounded by the Lakers. The drive by James, and he uses the glass on the layup. Now it's a 6-point Laker lead.
You know, once he takes that first step, LeBron is virtually unstoppable. Raw athleticism gives him the upper hand.
From deep, Gay, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. It's been an excellent game for him offensively. He's got 21 points and counting. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. They've got Marc Gasol. Markieff Morris is out there with LeBron James, and it's Caruso in at the 1. That's the Laker 5. Now, here's Walker. The pass to Mills. Morris with the rebound. Lakers leading by 6. Horton Tucker, the pass to LeBron.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
You can feel the sense of urgency they have to get this thing closed out as soon as possible.
Walker taking his time here. Back to Gay. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Gay's got his first points in this one.
Yeah, it's important for Gay to be able to finish in traffic. I mean, he's so much better when he shows some physicality and toughness.
Here's James. Pass to Caruso. Shoots over Mills. Again, Los Angeles.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Here's Walker, and the rejection by LeBron.
This is what makes LeBron so special. He does it at both ends. Great tenacity on defense.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul goes against San Antonio.
Taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
San Antonio making a switch here. Pirtle, he's checked in for Trey Lyles. DeRozan comes in for Rudy Gay. Johnson, he's checked in for Lonnie Walker. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Patty Mills. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Murray against Gasol. Another shot. Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down to just 8 points on the bucket for Murray.
Well, I like the fact that Murray is a really strong rebounder for a backcourt player. Once he squeezes that orange, he knows exactly how to get fresh orange juice.
Now, here's Schroeder. Count it. Schroeder's got the lead up to 10 now for Los Angeles.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Well, he only plays one way, and that's full throttle, all day, all the time, cold-blooded and lethal.
Here's Johnson after the made shot from Dennis Schroeder. Shot clock at 3. Over Morris. Here's Pirtle. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And Pirtle has stick-to-itiveness on the offensive glass. He just throws himself in the mix to come up with those boards.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
At the line for your Lakers, Dennis Schroeder. 2 shots.
That's good from Schroeder. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. Schroeder hits them both. And so it's San Antonio with it. It's a 10-point game. Murray, the pass to DeRozan. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Johnson in the corner. From past the arc. Nailed from three-point land.
They've cashed in on a lot of second chance opportunities here in the second half. That extra effort will help them cut into this deficit.
Now here's Schroeder. And stolen by Murray. And now White pushing it up and no one back to stop him.
Outstanding play by White that time. He just took off and got up and down in a heartbeat.
And the Lakers call time here. And now let's take a look at the New Balance Player of the Game, LeBron James.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during that last timeout, I listened to Frank Vogel talk to his team. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
Doesn't go that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. Schroeder looking around. Morris kicks it over to Schroeder. Tries again. Morris, no good. Spurs trail by 5. Here's Johnson. Sinks that one from the post. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. .137 left to play in the final quarter. Bucket is good. James has got 12 points in just the second half.
The magnitude of the moment not lost on LeBron James. He knows they needed a bucket there, and he's going to get it for them.
Now here's Murray. White. A three-pointer off the mark. LeBron with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. James, the pass to Schroeder. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. James has got 5 assists tonight.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Here's DeRozan over Morris. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. That's 12 points for DeMar DeRozan. Los Angeles leading by 6. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional Mobile One block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Now here's DeRozan. Count it!
This is what scratches the itch for DeRozan. Moments like this, he lives for. Takes great pride in being the guy to knock down the critical shots.
And the Lakers have possession. Following the bucket by the Spurs. Passes it to LeBron. Basket good. And the Lakers lead by 6.
LeBron James is clutch. Not the first time he's done that, nor will it be the last.
San Antonio calls timeout.